Hi, everyone. This is Kim Verdensky, your instructor for ENC 1101. And I just wanted to check in as we finish up the semester and congratulate everyone on sticking with it and doing the best you can. And we only have 1 week left. So I hope everyone had a nice holiday and is ready to finish out the semester strong. First thing I'd like to talk about is the student survey of instruction. If you have not yet completed it for this course, please do so. This is how we decide what students need to be more successful and how we can improve the courses and the way everything is delivered for you. I do not see any of your names or identification, nor do I get any of this feedback until well after the semester is over. So at no chance can there be any impact on you or your grade. It is all anonymous when I do get the content. So please take the opportunity to finish the survey if you have not already done so. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the little Powtoon. I have opened the course as a student, so I am going to open up the grades area just to review everything that we have accomplished this semester. Remember, with 1 week left, I am still willing to accept any assignment that is an independent task. So even if you missed some of these introduction things, I'll still go back and give you credit for them if you'd like to do so. However, you do need to please let me know, send me an email. So go up here and just click on the little mailbox and send me an email letting me know that you submitted something. I would hate to overlook something not knowing that it is there. And with giving the opportunity for you to complete anything from throughout the semester, if I don't know to go to look for it, it could get overlooked. So if you do choose to complete any outstanding assignment, please email me that you have done so. Okay. So just scrolling through, we started with a mini lesson, just getting to know everybody. Then we went through the humanities piece and we looked at evaluating art and looking at how different art pieces use color and technique to create a feeling and a mood. We also talked about how evaluating art can help us evaluate everything around us as well as in our professions to be more effective people and to be more aware of our surroundings. So we started our idea of audience with this piece. And then when we moved into the social science unit, we continued to develop that analysis of audience, intended person or group that a piece is meant for. We synthesized together sources in our essay. One of the expectations was that we use peer-reviewed scholarly journals. So those scholarly journals are written with mature language for other educated professionals. And they were very different than what we read when we read a traditional web page or a newspaper article. So we started our audience evaluation and our evaluation of sources and materials, beginning with this social science unit. We then continued it into our natural science unit. So when we get to this remix project, this final project that takes the place of a final exam, the whole goal is for us to take everything that we've learned about the evaluation of language and how we communicate and create this academic material that we've researched for a new audience. So we're not creating just an academic presentation. We're creating something for maybe for children or for teenagers. It certainly can be created for an adult audience, but not for an academic presentation. So there are multiple examples provided within the unit for you, and we'll take a quick peek at some of those to help us really understand what is meant by audience appeal. That would definitely be one area that students sometimes struggle with because we're in an academic classroom. I'm just going to make an academic PowerPoint and be done with it. That's not really our goal here. Okay, so we've talked all about audience appeal and how different sources and different texts appeal to different audiences. So in this final unit, that's what we're supposed to be demonstrating. Notice that it is only worth 120 points for this unit, whereas some of the other units were worth far more points because they required you to do a substantial amount of research. So this unit will definitely still have an impact on your grade, but if you're looking to improve your grade, you might really need to look at finishing an outstanding assignment to help improve it as well. Also, do not forget about the grammar section. We had a number of grammar lessons and quizzes throughout the semester that should have been completed. Many students seem to have overlooked these. You have 2 chances to take each of the quizzes, and I even curved the grades on most of them to help your scores a little bit. So some people have earned some extra credit there, which definitely improved their scores. But if you're missing them, you have a 0 out of an 8, and nothing is weighted. So that's like getting an 80 on an essay instead of a 90 on an essay. Please go back and take these quizzes. Even if a student does not so hot on them, you can still improve your overall grade. Okay, so I'd like everybody to finish the semester, again, as strongly as possible. Because these are graded automatically, you wouldn't even need to email me that you've done so. Just go back in and check your grade book to make sure that your grades have been updated. And of course, if there's a problem, you email or text me. I'm going to go ahead into our course content now. And as you can see, when the course content pops up and we go to our course home, there's only one thing left on our calendar. And that one thing is our final submission of our remix. And of course, the survey pops up to remind us again, please take the survey. So it's listed as being due on December 6th at 7 a.m., which is this upcoming Sunday. It's really important that you get everything submitted as soon as possible. The semester is coming to an end, and I am required to have all final grades submitted no later than Friday, December 11th at 8 a.m. So my goal is to have everyone's grades finalized by Tuesday morning of next week, which would be Tuesday, December 8th. On Tuesday, December 8th, you would be able to check your grade. And again, that would be your final grade. And if there is a problem or something that was missed, you're going to, again, email me, or as I've continuously offered, you can text message me as well to let me know that something needs to be addressed. Okay, please, I'm more than happy to let you submit late things. If you're missing something, get it submitted. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to quickly review with everyone is this final unit, the remix unit. And it doesn't require an essay. It doesn't require drafting and making sentence perfections, but it does require you to still really think about the goal. And it does require that we use originality, we use our voice, and we appeal to an audience. So we're going to go ahead and browse these guidelines one last time. And again, we're recreating it for a new audience. No essays, right? It gives you suggested technology tools that you could use. I've had some students say they're going to use iMovie. That's awesome. I've had some students create an advertising campaign using the Canva app. There are all kinds of free apps. As long as I can open it and you can share the link with me, then it's acceptable. Okay, so unfortunately, it will not allow you to download an MP3 or an MP4. So you'd have to upload your video to a YouTube or something and then share that link with me. Okay, and as it says here, copy and paste the link into a Word document and then upload that Word document. If you are documenting or using borrowed information, please make sure that you still give reference to where that information came from. The rubric for this assignment is here, and it's a little different than the other ones that we've talked about because it doesn't require academic language. It does require some length expectation. So just submitting one slide or one image really isn't going to meet that length expectation. If you're creating a video, it should not be more than 2 minutes long. Most people lose interest after a minute and a half. So let's shoot for about 2 minutes. It should be sophisticated in its design. It shows some organization and some clear development. It's not just something that I opened an app, I threw some stuff on it, and I click submit. It's still worth 100 points, just like one of your formal essays would be, but it's different, right? So it should still demonstrate that the student put thought, organization, craft into it, and its audience and purpose are clear. So if we're creating something for juveniles or children, it's going to be very different in its layout and design and use of language and color and text than if we were to create something for an adult audience. So with that idea, I'm going to jump real quick to 2 YouTube videos. Okay. So in this first video, you can see how it is appealing to an adult audience because it shows a series of adults, right? We have a heavyset middle-aged person. We have a person sitting in a chair, again, an adult. Another adult. So this is obviously intended for an adult audience. Whereas if we look at another video that is based upon the same topic, healthy living, healthy weight, it has a very different appeal. We have this idea of fun. We have the little girl. We have what appears to be a parent. And in this video, it's all very poppy music in the background. And then it transitions to a young girl speaking to her audience, right? She's very chipper. This is obviously intended for children. So again, you have the idea of how audience appeal is created. You could certainly even use your cell phone to create a YouTube video and share it. It doesn't have to be an elaborate crafted thing. It just needs to show purpose and audience and effort. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead back now to our course content. Give me just a moment while I go ahead and verify that we're sharing the correct screen so everybody can see everything that I'm talking about. So now again, I'm on the Explore page. We just looked at the guidelines and the rubric. You should have watched the video about audience, completed the examining the audience discussion forum. And it talks about this lovely bicycle blob. So it opens up and you have scripty font, it's muted colors, soft, gentle colors. The scenery is more of the draw than the bike itself. This all suggests a more serene, calm cycling experience. Whereas if we look at a different biking website, this one has a very abstract font. It's very bold. We have an extreme, bowl here for biking. We have images that show extreme sports. This is obviously intended for a very different audience. So the goal, again, in creating your remix is that you are focusing a specific audience. This audience is the thrill seeker audience, whereas the lovely bicycle is just for a leisurely, athletic, but yet still calming experience. Very different than this. So think of these 2 images when you are creating your remix. Who is your audience? Okay. So that discussion should have been completed here. If that has not yet been done, please do so. And then here are the links to all those videos that I just kind of jumped back and forth to if you want to take a closer look. Okay. Then we went into the pre-write unit, and this is where you were supposed to tell me what you were going to do for your project. And here again, it discussed the tools that you could use. There are all kinds of apps. If you know of an app that you'd like to use, as long as you can share the link with it to me, you are welcome to use other apps, even if they're not listed here. Then we moved into the drafting process. In the drafting process, there were some additional samples provided. And with each of them, think about who is the audience. Did the student create a clear appeal? Did the student use personal voice? Okay, so all kinds of examples, 2 additional examples here, one of which is a web page that was done really nicely with Wix. Wix is a free website blog creator. And it's also one of the reasons why I'm always very adamant to please make sure you evaluate your web sources. This is a free version and it still includes the Wix in the URL. However, for just $9, I could create my own URL, and many people might not ever know that this is a completely fictitious website, right? It's organized nicely. It includes some quotes. It has a nice muted background, appealing to a mature adult audience. It's very linear. So it's clear that this is intended for adults, right? And this page here is the only one that I didn't like, and it's simply because it was hard to read. But it includes all kinds of different information, who we should contact if we have a concern or a problem, right? Dealing with Florida local issues includes a contact area. Wix is really easy to use. So if you're still not sure what to do, this might be an option. The other sample that I wanted to share with you is a little different. And it's a Powtoon that was made into a video. And it's, I'm sorry, this one wasn't done with Powtoon. This was done with PhotoPeach. And it too has great volume. The music changes periodically to grasp the attention of the audience. Some of the images are a little dramatic, so it's definitely, again, intended for an adult audience. It's informative and well put together. So you might want to take a look at that one as well if you would like to. Once we've gone through the draft process, I have already made comments on everyone that did submit a draft. So please make sure you go ahead and review the comments that I've made, and then you're done. That's it. Semester's over. Go ahead into the final project submit, and that's the only thing there. You are done. And again, it is expected that you submit that by 6 a.m. or I'm sorry, 7 a.m. on December 6th. And I will have all final grades updated by Tuesday. So please check back in and make sure everything ended the way you'd like it to. The only other thing that I would like to suggest you all do is now think forward. So if you go to our course home, maybe you need to meet with an advisor or think about what classes you need to take next. If you go to the My Courses home, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom, you should see this little area that says Student Support Services. And you click on Advising, and you can set up an appointment with an academic advisor to make sure you're on track and you are taking the classes you need. If you've already met with an advisor, you can go to the home page of SBC and just go ahead and click to register here. Things have changed around a little bit in regards to the layout of the website and whatnot. So please reach out to me or to another instructor, or like I said, meet with an advisor to make sure you get the classes that you need. Most classes are going to continue online or live online. So please make sure you get a head start and recommend me if you know anyone that needs an online Comp 1 course for next semester. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any concerns or suggestions, please shoot me an email. Otherwise, thank you very much for a great semester. I've enjoyed your submissions and I look forward to your remixes. Best of luck. Thank you.